Hi there, my name is Sachin, and today I'm going to talk about my Sprint 3. And my Sprint 3 was started on 25th of May, finished on 14th June 2020, and we developed a content management system in this sprint. And we were 4 team members, Sachin by myself, and Lawpreet, Amisha, and Rupinder Ko. So we almost finished 4 user story. That was 4 to 5 user stories in this sprint. So I'm going to share my screen and show you the user stories. So these were the user stories to develop a CMS, that was a secure login location vehicle management, and such kind of feature, such kind of basic feature required as per the client requirement. So I'm going to share my team contribution. So what we have developed till now, I'm going to share my browser. So we are using phpMyAdmin for to store the local database, and so in my browser I'll show you this is the main page of my ride CMS, and it is connected to the Firebase. I'll talk about it later on. So let's begin with the login page. We already created one admin. We are going to log in. Yeah, this is our main dashboard. So here we have registered drivers, registered rider, registered total pickup request, number of amount received, and we can see here the admin accounts. So we have 3 admins. So if we need to see how many registered drivers with this with our system, so these are the registered drivers. We can edit their details and delete, and what type of car they have, their phone numbers, all the details, and their passwords. So if you need driver history, so these are our drivers history. And if you need to see any live driver, if there is, at the moment there is one driver active. So if we see the registered drivers in the rider control, so we can see this the same functionality like the driver ones, and we can see the rider's trip, and we can also control the payments from this section. We can see what kilometer, who was the account holder, and their holder ID to communicate. Oh, these IDs are connected to the Firebase. And for the future development, we can see we have some tokens if the driver or if the trip was cancelled or there was any trouble, so we can use further queries to for the further development, and we can get the reasons what exactly happened. If we need to add another admin, so we can add with the username and password. If you need to change the password, so admin can easily change, or there is a logout option, so we can log out just clicking on the logout option, and we can see here is the admin panel. So these were the basic controls of the, as were asked about us, client asked us to develop. So in my personal contribution, I developed the driver control. So these are the three options in the driver control I personally did. I was very good in PHP, as I declared in my storyboard. So I have used my PHP skill to develop this system, and I was also connected this application to the Firebase as well, so we can see the real-time communication with database. In the last sprint, I accomplished few things, like I learned how to connect the application, Android application, to the database, and how they are communicating with the CMS. That was I learned in the last sprint. And in this sprint, I learned about the communication of all two Android application and the databases. So we can see our driving history. So these are the token IDs generated by the system. So we can go further and have a look what the details. So it took a bit, it's a little bit slower, but it will show you the exact what are the details: name, address, time, what are the exact date of the trip. So we can get all these details here, and it is reflecting in the CMS as well. Thank you very much.